Greetings. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution was signed in 1787 and in the first Congress of the United States. There were 12 amendments proposed in 1789, in which these were passed by state legislatures in 1791. These 12, more specifically the first 10, are of real significant value because they've become known as the Bill of Rights. This is what gives people the freedoms that we hold dear to our liberties as being citizens. These liberties include such as like the First Amendment, which is the freedom of religion, press, the freedom to gather, freedom of speech. The Second Amendment, which is the right to keep and bear arms, and the 10th Amendment, which kind of dictates the separation between the federal government role, the state government, and the people. The 10th Amendment is what I'm going to focus on a little bit right now, and I'm going to read what it states. The 10th Amendment states, "The power not delegated to the United States by the Constitution nor prohibited by it to the states are reserved to the states, or the people." The framers of the Constitution, and those of the Revolutionary War, wanted to limit the size of the federal government. They didn't want a big government. They wanted the states to have control and maintain control. They had just come out from underneath the tyrannical government of the British Empire, and they believed that the people had the right to say, not a select few and a central government. There's been a little bit of controversy over the past few years in regards to the 10th Amendment and the federal government, immigration being one of them. Arizona had passed a law that stated that it was not going to issue driver's licenses or identification cards to illegal immigrants. And their justification behind this was that they felt that by issuing them government identification opens up the coffers of the state to provide for those people. These people are here illegally, and the state didn't believe that it was their responsibility to take care of them. The federal government obviously disagreed. They took them to federal court, and the federal judges sided with the government, stating that it was discriminatory for Arizona not to issue the identification cards. Driver's license and identification cards traditionally has been a state's prerogative. Many people have to prove residency to even get a driver's license or an identification card in that state before the states will issue them. In this, a lot of people feel that the federal government is infringing on Arizona's right to make people prove that they are citizens of the United States and citizens of Arizona before they get a driver's license or an identification card. The other controversy really hasn't been taken to court, but still is out there, is Common Core curriculum in education. The federal government, more specifically the Department of Education, came up with this Common Core curriculum to kind of standardize education across the country. Many people think that that's a great thing. Some people really are upset about it because education has been a state-run program, and because the state legislatures and the state school boards had no say in the Common Core curriculum, they are pretty much opposing it. The 10th Amendment is a very important piece of our Bill of Rights, as it limits our government from taking over and becoming what a lot of people would see as a tyrannical government. And with that, many people think that currently there's a lot of infringement on our government. Thank you.